The man opened the fridge, his hands trembling as he scraped off the frost and shoved it into his mouth. A look of satisfaction immediately spread across his face as he made sure not to waste a single shard, licking the ice clean like a wild animal. Nemo had once been a legend in the art world, but not for creating masterpieces. Instead, he gained fame through theft, but this time, he was betrayed by his accomplices, leaving him locked in an apartment. Nemo calmly assessed the door, lock's weak points, and began stabbing it with a knife. 6 hours later, he realized the door was reinforced with steel plating. As if things weren't bad enough, the apartment's smart system malfunctioned. In the middle of summer, the air conditioning began blowing hot air. The faucet ran dry. Nemo hoped his teammates might have a change of heart and come to rescue him, but the intercom remained silent. That's when he stumbled upon the building's surveillance system. He could see everything, but the system only allowed one-way monitoring, meaning no one outside could know he was trapped. After a night of torment, the apartment's temperature rose to 90 degrees Fahrenheit, and Nemo decided he had to take matters into his own hands. His attention then turned to the ceiling light. This type of new ventilation system was certainly connected to an external duct. Nemo sprang into action, dragging all the movable furniture beneath the light, tying them together with ropes. Yet, the height still wasn't enough, and the room's temperature had now exceeded 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Just as despair set in, he heard the sound of water. It turned out the dry air had triggered the automatic sprinkler system, solving his drinking problem. After rehydrating, Nemo regained his strength and set about constructing a taller ladder. But then the smart system malfunctioned again, and the apartment began blowing cold air. Nemo smashed a vase and used the shards to make makeshift goggles, preparing to continue dismantling the light. However, when he encountered an expansion bolt, his hope crumbled again. Every part of the light fixture was secured with bolts. Just as he was about to rest, he discovered a small gap behind the wardrobe. He pushed aside a hidden panel and entered a narrow passage, thinking he'd found a way out, only to come face to face with a self-portrait. Exhausted, Nemo lay down to rest, only to suddenly spot a cleaning lady on the surveillance screen. He hurriedly grabbed a frying pan and smashed the door, but the girl showed no response. The security door wouldn't even allow a piece of paper to slip through. The next day, he carved a wrench out of wood, but the wooden tool snapped when he applied pressure. After several modifications, his new wrench finally managed to turn the bolts. Day after day, Nemo couldn't remember how many wrenches had broken or how many times he'd fallen. During this time, the water supply was cut off again. Using a magnifying glass, he focused the sunlight to ignite a piece of paper, then held the burning paper up to trigger the smoke sensor, activating the fire sprinkler system. Days turned into weeks, and at long last, the 12th bolt was removed. Nemo gazed out the window at the city, momentarily lost in a daze, feeling as though he had been reborn. With the last of his strength, he dragged himself up the ladder to heaven made of sticked furniture.